Hi guys. Sorry the video's a little late today, but we just got back from Tarpon Springs a couple hours ago. We went out there for Point Man, who was hosting the flag retirement, otherwise known as flag burning, in a good way, in a very respectful way. It's the way that you were supposed to get rid of very old, worn-out flags, and there is a special ceremony for it. It was really a fabulous day. I was just looking over some of the video that I did, and it was down at Sunset Beach. And Sunset Beach, if you know anything about beaches, it was a little bit windy, and I was able to block a lot of the videos that I shot, but when it came time for what I had to say, I wasn't there to block the wind. So you couldn't hear a single thing I had to say. So I thought, today, good time to just really talk about the message that I was delivering yesterday, which is, the bad news is suicides are up. Military suicides are up. Veteran suicides are up. The known veteran suicides. And this is after a decade of raising awareness that they are happening. Raising awareness that happening does absolutely no good. What we need to do is change the conversation into healing is happening. Recovery is happening. Veterans are taking back their lives. Veterans are empowered to have better days. It doesn't have to be their last worst day. So it really is time to change the conversation. Now, one of the things that we really need to talk about is the family's role in all of this. Now, my husband and I, we stopped at Mykonos. It's, you know, I'm half Greek, right? Okay. And I was showing my husband on the map where my mother's family came from about 100 years ago. They came from Kalamata. Well, right near Kalamata is Sparta. Now, if you know anything about the Spartans, well, you know the men were all warriors, right? You know, the 300, that movie, yeah. Well, when they were out fighting all those battles, who do you think was defending Sparta? It was the women. The women of Sparta were highly trained, they were highly educated, and they were fierce. They defended Sparta from any and all invaders. Well, same thing with us right now. The families, whether you have a female veteran in your family or you have a male veteran in your family, you are defenders of your home front. Now, the thing is that none of this conversation is new. Bill Landreth was a Vietnam veteran. He was a Seattle police officer, and what he found out is that he was arresting a lot of Vietnam veterans. And he knew they needed something. They needed something positive in their lives. So he started meeting them in coffee shops. And from there, he started Point Man Ministries. Now, Bill was also a smart guy because he turned around and we got to get the families involved in this. Families need support. Families need education too. Because he realized that they are basically the best battle buddy there is. We know them better than anybody else. We know when they need help. The problem is most families don't understand what they are seeing. They don't know where all this is coming from. So, and this is back in 1984. This happened. And it's been going ever since. So this is not a new conversation. This is one you probably just didn't hear about. Let's change the conversation. Let's change the conversation to what is helpful, what is hopeful, what can restore families, and what can make lives better. We have the power to clear the way. I got into this 37 years ago. And I can tell you right now, if I get it, if I understand it, everybody else can too. Because I'm not the brightest person on the planet. Yes, I did spend time investigating it. Yes, I did spend time researching it. And yes, I did spend time living it. I'm a 10-time survivor of traumatic events. Things that could have killed me, and a couple of times it should have killed me. So I understand what nightmares, flashbacks, mood swings, and all that is all about. But I also know what intervention is all about, because my family did it without even knowing what they were doing. Which made me become a chaplain and get certified in crisis intervention, because I know it works. So we need to stop saying, I did not know. We need to stop accepting that as all there is. And we need to start saying, I'm going to learn everything I can. I'm going to get highly educated. I'm going to get even more fierce than I am, because something is invading my home. Something is trying to take away my family. Okay? So if you're a family member, get busy. Learn what PTSD is, because they've also got the wrong idea about that too. Post means after. Trauma is Greek for wound. So after they were wounded, what happens? You heal. You've got scars, depending on how long it took to heal. But there's this great line in Criminal Minds where David Rossi turns around and says, scars tell us where we've been. It doesn't get to determine where we're going. So what's going to determine where you're going? What is going to determine what is going to happen to your family? Now, do you want to keep saying, I didn't know? Or do you want to keep saying, I learned all I can, and I changed my home from being invaded to being empowered? Get busy. Hey, it's your life. Get in and drive. And move on forward. Stop staying stuck. See you next week.